Are you constantly being told you're too much? Moving through life carrying this quiet conclusion, I'm too much, I feel too much, I need too much, I care too much, I'm too emotional. It doesn't feel like a thought, does it? It feels like a fact, like a personality trait, like something built into your DNA. So you try to manage it, contain it, tone it down, hide it. But here's what we know. You were not born believing that you are too much. That belief is something your attachment system learned from your past relationships. It formed in moments when your need for connection longed for somebody else's inability to respond. I'm Joshua Alston, a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm a certified emotionally focused therapist. And today we're going to talk about where I'm too much really comes from, what your emotions are actually doing, why your intensity makes sense, and how healing doesn't come from becoming less, but by learning how to use your passions for connection in a healthy way. From the moment you were born, your nervous system had one primary job: find safety. And one of the greatest sources of this was found through connection. You were wired to reach, to signal, to cry, to smile, to protest, to cling, not because you were needy, because you were human. In EFT, we call that attachment signals. A baby cries, that's not drama. That's the nervous system saying, come close, help me regulate. A child runs to a parent excited. See me, share this with me. Child is scared. Hold me, help my body calm down. These signals are not optional, they are survival. But when those signals repeatedly are met with dismissal, irritation, emotionally absent, shame, discomfort, overwhelm, the nervous system makes meaning. Not in words, in felt experiences. Reaching doesn't work. My feelings push people away. Needing closeness creates problems. Being big emotionally is unsafe. That's when I'm too much is born. Not as an identity, but as a protection strategy. In EFT, we see emotions as information, as signals from the attachment system. Your sadness says, I need comfort. Your fear says, don't leave me alone here. Your anger says, something important to me feels threatened. Your longing says, I want to feel close. But when these emotions are not met well growing up, you don't just feel the emotion. You feel what happens next. You see the sigh. You see the eye rolls, the withdrawal, the tension in the room, the emotional shutdown. So the emotion itself becomes associated with danger. Not I'm sad, but my sadness causes disconnection. Not I'm scared, but my fear overwhelms people. Not I need reassurance, but my needs are too much. So your nervous system did something very intelligent. It tried to stop the signal. You learned to numb, minimize, joke, overfunction, stay logical, take care of others, pretend you're fine, but you also learned to escalate. Because quiet signals did not get the response you needed. Both of the patterns are attachment strategies, not character flaws. People who believe I'm too much often have a very sensitive attachment system. That's not weakness, that's attunement. You notice emotional shifts quickly. You feel distance quickly. You pick up on tone, posture, microaggression. Your nervous system scans for connection. Because at some point in your life, connection didn't feel guaranteed. So your system learned, watch closely, stay alert, don't miss the signs. That vigilance can look like overthinking, strong reactions, needing assistance, feeling deeply, and wanting closeness often. But from an EFT lens, that isn't a lot. That's an attachment system trying to stay connected. The pain isn't that you feel a lot. The pain is that you felt alone with those feelings. When I'm too much gets wired in, you don't just feel emotions. You start managing how you appear. You split into two versions of yourself. The inner you, full of longing, fear, tenderness, big emotions, deep needs, and the outer you, more controlled, more agreeable, less expressive, less needy, more easy. So your partner, your friends, the people in your life often know the protected version of you, not the vulnerable one. Then something happens. You hit a moment of stress, discomfort, or conflict. And all that buried attachment energy comes up fast. Suddenly your partner sees intensely what they didn't even know was there. And you feel, see, I'm too much. But what actually happened is that your attachment system is protesting disconnection. Not attacking, not being dramatic, protesting because closeness matters that much to you. Healing doesn't mean shrinking your emotional world. It means having a new emotional experience where your signals are met differently, where your sadness is met with comfort, where your fear meets reassurance, where your anger meets engagement instead of shut down, where your longings meet responsiveness. Your nervous system slowly learns. My feelings don't destroy connection. My needs don't overwhelm safe people. I can reach, and someone stays. That is a corrective attachment experience. That is emotional rewiring. You don't heal by becoming less. You heal by finally being responded to in the way your system always needed. And here's the most important part of this to understand. You are the one that is responding differently to you. Just as it feels awesome to have somebody respond to your emotions in a safe way, you must learn to provide that same response for yourself. The most important place you need to love and welcome being too much is within yourself. The very thing you call too much is actually your capacity to love deeply, to love fiercely, to care fully, to feel empathy, to stay emotionally engaged. In safe relationships, that same intensity becomes passion, warmth, attunement, depth, emotional availability. The trait didn't change. Your safety and understanding towards yourself did. So if you've spent years believing you are too much, hear this clearly. You are not too much. You are a human nervous system wired for connection that learned in an unsafe moment to blame yourself. Your emotions are not flaws. They are attachment signals. And signals only feel like a problem when nobody answers them. You don't need to become smaller. You need to know that you are amazing. And you make sense. And make sure to subscribe to keep learning about how to see yourself and your emotions differently. Thank you.